Hi to the Bangalore International Short Film Festival from filmmaker Chris Young. I've made a short film called Dear Uncle David, which is a documentary about my visit to Mumbai and Pune with my uncle David, who was a Bombay sapper and is the oldest living veteran Bombay sapper. He fought in the Second World War for the Bombay sappers and is still alive at the age of 98.
How did you come up with the idea for this film, and what was your drive behind making this film?
I decided to make this film at very short notice when David, my uncle, and I arrived in Mumbai at the end of January to attend the bicentenary celebrations of the Bombay sappers. I had not expected a particular welcome, and when we arrived at the airport there was a military escort from Pune with a group of Bombay sappers there to greet us. As soon as I saw them and the incredibly warm welcome they gave us with flowers and a military salute, I felt I must film this. This is a very important occasion, and I realised that in fact David was a very honoured guest of the Bombay sappers.
What roadblocks did you face when you were starting out?
It was something I decided to do at very short notice on my phone. I'm a film producer and I've made quite a number of feature films and other films, television films, drama, comedy, but I had not expected that I would make this documentary. But as soon as I saw our welcome, I thought, right, get the phone out and start filming. And I was very driven to do that because of the respect shown to David by our hosts, the Bombay sappers. But we did have a few problems. The most obvious problem actually was that I hadn't prepared in any way to make a film, and I had to start filming immediately. We were there for several days, and then we went on after the celebrations to Delhi, and then finally to Panchgani, where my uncle had built and created a conference centre for initiatives of change, an organisation for whom he still works at the age of 98 and has worked all his life, which is dedicated to furthering world peace. It was hard because we had to just film as we went along, and I didn't have a particular idea other than being looked after by the Bombay sappers.
Tell us about managing human and financial resources of this film production.
One thing which was very straightforward was that I just wanted to really capture the week, it was about 10 days we spent together, and because we were looked after so beautifully initially by the Bombay sappers and then other Indian hosts, wherever we went we were given an incredible welcome, and we were also in the company of and being looked after by Indians. So it made for a very easy experience in terms of filmmaking. Everyone was very happy to be filmed and to be seen talking to David.
How differently were what you originally envisioned the film being like and how it eventually turns out?
The film was a wonderful surprise for me. I hadn't planned to make the film, so I didn't realise quite what an enormous presence David would be, nor did I realise the extent of the respect and the love that would be shown by so many Indians during our visit. So I was very surprised, and the film captured partly my surprise, but also it captured the warmth and the incredible affection that was expressed to David for his incredible work and life, and that indeed made it a very, very satisfying thing. The film came, in a sense, from nothing, and I was very, very delighted by the results.
Tell us about the target audience of your film and USP of your film.
I suppose what's unique about the film is that my uncle is 98, he'll be 99 next year, and he's still going strong, he's still working, he's very much in action with initiatives of change and the work he does. He hasn't been to India for quite a while, but the trip made me realize that this film is a wonderful way of celebrating his life and sharing with people around the world his ambitions and ideals for a better world.
What are your promotion and distribution plans for this film?
In fact, the film was really meant as a personal thank you to my uncle, but in the process of showing it to a number of people, it had such a positive response that I've decided to enter it into film festivals, and it's a very nice way of showing people around the world what an amazing life and what amazing work my uncle did.
Why should audiences watch this film? Any message you want to give to emerging filmmakers?
I think the reason to watch the film is really to understand how someone like my uncle, who basically had a very strong belief in humanity and in a very positive view of we're living in very dark times with very negative politics and very negative politicians, and I think it was very uplifting to see somebody at the age of 98 who's still trying to make the world a better place. And I think for anyone who's out there wanting to make a new film, I would say just do it. I have never made a film on a phone before, and it was remarkably easy. And if you have a good subject, and I had a perfect subject, both David and also all of the Indians who looked after us so well during our visit were a very, very ideal subject for making a very positive film about values in what today is a very value-less society.
Your message wishes to 9th Bangalore Shorts Film Festival 2020.
I'm delighted to have been selected with this film for the Bangalore Film Festival, and I would like to thank the festival. I would hope that by showing here at the festival it will get a wider audience, and I'm hugely grateful for both the film and myself as the filmmaker to be given this chance. So thank you very much indeed, and my best wishes to the people of Bangalore and the film festival.